And we're here at the Colorado Springs Metro Championships at Dougherty High School in Colorado Springs, where for the 11th year in a row, USA Wrestling has put on this Metro League Championship to determine the city champion as a way to give back to the local community. Here are some sights and sounds from right here at Dougherty.
I think with this event, it allows us as the staff at USA Wrestling to give back to the community. We really, it's our will that we want to have a great event. Since this event's been started, the actual competition, the level has gotten greater and greater every year. So it's our community project back to Colorado Springs, and we really take a lot of pride in putting this event on because we want them to have a class event, these high school athletes to compete at.
It's a fantastic venue, I think. Kids love it. I think the competition level is unmatched. This will be one of the best tournaments that we attend, if not the most competitive tournaments that we attend. But I think the focus that USA Wrestling has on high school kids is very, very special. And I think that a partnership between the high schools and the Olympic level organization, I think that makes it pretty cool event.
Well, I think it goes back actually to the late 1990s when there's several of us as a staff were talking about our high school careers in wrestling and got going about, there really wasn't anything in this community that had a city championships or a conference championships that somebody could say 20 years later, hey, I was the city champion, I was the conference champion. And through those discussions, we met with the athletic directors of a lot of the schools and brought up the idea of, hey, here's something that USA Wrestling could give back to the community where we could run a championship for the whole city and use this to help promote. We'd have our professional staff involved, and so we went to the ADs and they thought it was a great idea, and that's really how it got started.
We love it. Love USA Wrestling. I've been part of USA Wrestling since I was in high school. I think it's pretty neat that they step up and do what they're doing now. This is the best round tournament all year until we go to the state tournament. Hats off to you guys, because this community needs it. This is one of those areas where we can grow wrestling and make it stronger.
Place more than top four, which is kind of nice for some of those kids that are, they're paying their dues and they just can't seem to break that top echelon. So it's neat. It's good publicity. I think the paper does a good job covering it. I think the biggest thing again is it's homegrown. We're all local boys, so you got those bragging rights on everybody else you see when they go to the mall on the weekend, or they've got that title.
I think to have an event this big, you sort of have to break it into two chunks. You have to have the tournament itself, the actual, brackets and all of that stuff, which USA does an unbelievable job. But I think the Dougherty community does a really good job of coming together, figuring out who's going to do what when it comes to concessions, when it comes to locker rooms, when it comes to who's going to roll out 4 sets of mats.
We started with a smaller group, probably 15 or so schools, but since that time there's been several, even probably 5 or 6 new schools that have actually even been built since that. So we are now in the mid-20s as far as number of schools, and the quality has really gone up. We've seen now with what we've got even this year, you've got the number 1 ranked team in the state, the number 3 at the 5A. You've got other schools that are ranked. This clearly is the deepest that we've been, and I hope that this tournament has actually been a part of this growth in this community.
It's always, every year it's a tough tournament, and we come out here and battle, and you get tough kids from all around Colorado Springs, and just like the past 3 years, it's been a great tournament.
I think it's just a great tournament. We've got a lot of healthy competition here. It's really put on as a very exciting and fun tournament, and it's very prestigious to win. I don't believe anyone's ever won it 4 times, and it's just a lot of fun to be here. USA Wrestling does a great job.
Clearly, we've got a much deeper pool. We always had some talent here. Heck, there's not a lot of tournaments where the Metro champion is also the Olympic champion, but the Metro has had that with Henry Cejudo. We've had 4A and 5A state champions face off here at this tournament, and then those guys go on and win state titles. So we've had plenty of state champions, but the depth and number of state place champions and place winners now has clearly increased.